Oh, hello again. This is a couple of weeks later, last video before we open up. As you can see, they've both got supers on now. So this is their sort of activity, although I'm in their flight path, so they're buzzing around me a bit, but you know, that's to be expected. But yeah, you know, in and out, lovely jubbly. So here we have number 2, or Reg as I like to call her, the quieter one of the two. Took the honey super off. They haven't found it yet, not using it yet, but that's because they got plenty of room in their box. So I'm expect what I've seen is what I've expected, but you can see how chilled out they are. This one, by the way, is the one that I can usually see the queens, so we might get lucky today, folks. Okay, so this is before I've took the dummy board out, but I haven't touched the nest yet. I'm guessing the queen's around here by the amount of bees that are there in comparison, but it is always guesswork. So if my friend Phil, who's with me, doesn't mind holding a phone and recording, okay, I'll go through the box for you.
Right.
Just literally just hold it in your hands.
Right.
Oh no, stopped.
Still
Going? Yeah, it's still going.
Right,
just hold it from the bottom.
Yeah.
Like sideways.
Like that. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep which.
Yeah. The lenses are up here.
Oh, bugger. I'll just hold the whole thing here. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah. I'll just hold it like that.
Brilliant. Thanks. Alright, girlies. Right, well, this frame is not in use at the moment. No sign of a madge. As you can see, they're using this one for food storage, see all the nectar in there. That they tend to build their nest relatively in the middle of the hive. So we'll shake this one off, which you always do in the box, just in case the queen's on there. And now I'm just checking there's no queen cups, which there isn't, so I'm happy with that one. Move along. Yeah, I think she's around here. They're going a bit batshit. Calm down, girls. Looks like they're not going to protect her today. We can keep her in the shade. She usually doesn't mind being watched. Little tip, guys, they don't like the smell of your breath, so if you want to move them, watch. Just blow on them gently, look, and they'll get out your way. Can you see her, Phil? I can't see her.
No.
No. And she's usually quite noticeable, so again, shake them off. Oh, look at this brood look. This is beautiful pattern. These are all capped cells ready. When you look, you can actually see in the middle there, Phil, by my thumb, there's a couple of bees actually hatching there. Can you see them trying to work their way out? So this is a frame she's used, but by looks of it, she hasn't used it for a while. So she's obviously moving the other way in the box. So this you may notice is a newer looking frame. I'm working this frame into the box for them. I've just noted a queen's cup on this one, which we will destroy shortly. Just make sure the queen's not on here before we go shaking them back in. No, she's not on that. Okay, that is a queen cup. We don't want those because she'll lay an egg in there to make queens, and we don't want that. So all we do is check that it's not got an egg in it, which it hasn't, so it's a dry cell. So we just destroy the comb around it, like literally just like that. The bees will rebuild whatever they want, but I don't want any queen cells in here at all. So they're not allowed those because they got a really good queen. This hive. When there she is. There she is. You see her, Phil? Right in the middle of the frame.
Right. Can you just point with your hive tool? I've got her. I think. Could you do that again? I'm just trying. Yeah.
Right. She just laid an egg there, guys. Just keep watching her tail. I'll try and keep her in the shadow. So see how calm she is, though.
Have I still got her in? Can you point the hive tool again? Because yeah, I've got her. Yeah. I can stay now.
Is she laying an egg? Let's see her dropping her abdomen in. That's her laying an egg. We'll see if we can catch her once more. See how calm she is, though. She's not even bothered. She's out of her box. She's just going about her business. Which her job. There she goes again. Just watch her back end, look, and you'll see when it drops in, she's laying an egg. And her head is at all times checking cells ahead to see if they're suitable to lay an egg. Yeah, that's
There she
it.
goes again, heading for a clear space.
Yeah, looking for a new area.
And interesting, the bees around her are also heads in the cells in case final prep for laying.
There she goes, she's laying an egg. She just laid one. That is a very rare thing for any beekeeper to see. Okay, I think we'll pop her back now and leave her to it. If we know where she is. So now all I'm going to do is quickly go through the frames, shake everyone off because I know where the queen is. So it's only going to be workers or drones. Just check for queen cups or cells. This by the way is a drone because it's taller. Oops, I just damaged that one. Whereas worker, as you can see, they're much lower. These are all what we call drone male bees, and you can tell the difference. That's a worker and that's a drone. Drones have bigger eyes and they're bigger, and they also can't sting. They have no stingers at all. The queen can sting, but rarely does. But obviously all the workers in here can. Again, beautiful laid patterns. Start of what looks like a queen cup here again, so we'll just take that away. Just, like I say, just make sure it's not a queen cup so the queen ignores it, and another one on the end. So this is because this hive is now starting to get really strong. They should move up into the super over the next couple of weeks, which is what I think number one is, or Red Ron as I call her. Oh, I'm going the wrong way now. I think that one is actually in the supers. No idea what that is, Phil.
Oh, is it a squashed bee from the last time?
Yeah, it might be juice, yeah.
Yeah, it is. When the frame was reassembled.
Oh, look, another one on the corner hatching, look. You can just see it coming out. See the little head wiggling, look. That bee will spend 2 weeks in the hive as a nurse bee doing what the fluffy bees do, as we call them, and then 4 weeks foraging until she pops it. But by then there'll be replacements galore. I mean, look, this is another new frame I'm working into this hive. Still got lots of nice fresh brood on it. Look, you can see she's been laying on this one. Yeah. You know, and you normally find she lays from the middle out. So you'll find the larger grubs here, look, that curled up in the cells. And as we go out, just get smaller and smaller until you get to the eggs on the edge, and then they're already putting food in preparation and feeding them and stuff. This is what these little fluffy see she's got a fluffy front end on her. Yeah, you can tell the nurse bees because they're the ones going around. Look, these two are communicating. You know, this one's actually taking food out of the cell. Look, you can see her tongue. That one. Can you see it? Little red tongue. In she goes again. Look. So I need to just move this frame in one, because you never just chuck frames in the nest where you want. You work them in from the outside so you don't disturb the queen's laying pattern too much. As you can see, this is the frame I'm actually trying to work out because it's so dark. So you know, the queen's not, you can see it's not a nice round pattern, there's lots of gaps and there's a lot of darkness to it. Same the other side. So, you know, it's what we call a dead frame. So I'll work this out and replace it with a brand new frame, and which will give them more room. And this is the other one I'm working out. As you can see, they don't like this so much that they're even scavenging comb off of it. And there's nothing but food in this. There's not a single egg anywhere. You know, even up this fully built light comb in it, because she didn't like the middle, she doesn't bother with the edge. She's ignoring this comb, you see. So I'll replace this one on my next visit, because I'm waiting for the order to come in. Right, I'll quickly close these guys back up, and we'll see what the other one's up to. Right, just to get them off the top, because we don't want to squash many, smoke them in. And a little tip here, start in the corner and slide. Then, you see, didn't squash any, yeah? And then try and do the same with each section as you put it back on. By the way, the silver sheet's called a queen excluder. That stops the queen getting up here laying eggs, because all we want up here is honey. And then on goes the crown board. I don't want them in the roof, because it's a tatty old roof that I need to replace, but unfortunately can't afford to at the moment. You get off, and then that's that done. Just check that we're all square and we've got no gaps. And if you want to come around the front film, just show him going back in, and I'll make a start on this one. Oh, there's a bit in the roost, that's a good sign. Okay, if you can look in here, Phil, you can actually see now the difference. Look how many bees are in the actual super there. And if I pull a comb out, yeah, you see they're all in here now. That means they finally realise they've got more room to build. So that's what they're doing. Because well, I'll show you what I mean when we get to the brood box. But this is great news. This is what I've been waiting for these guys to do, is to get up here and start building it out. So I'm going to very carefully lead them to it, and the same with these. Just going to double check the queen ain't on the bottom. Actually, this hive's so crammed it wouldn't surprise me with her. And again, gently down, and as you can see, this hive is very overcrowded, which is why I've got more frames on the way and foundation. I'm going to replace this dummy board with an extra frame of brood for this box, because there's only 10 in here and you can get 11 in, but we don't bother. It depends on the bees how much room they need, but these guys need it. So I'm just checking this for debris, because one of the pests we don't like is something called a varroa mite, which attaches itself to the bees and transmits diseases. Well, the bees know about this mite and they try and kill them, and they put them on here. Saying, you see all this crap they put on here. So it's a good sign. These are helpful for a sign of the health of your the health of your colony. You know, because if there's lots of rubbish on here, that means they're getting rid of lots of rubbish. So you've got a problem somewhere. But as you can see, this one's pretty clean. Bit of wax. And pretty much the same as it was last time. Bit of propolis here and there, but not a single sign of dirt. Well, squash bee. Not a single sign of anything I don't like. That's more propolis on the end here, which is bee glue, by the way. It's how they stick things together. So here we go, Crazy Ivan time.
It's interesting how they're clustering on the queen excluder.
Yeah,
they're just sitting there in a nice little tight bunch, keeping warm.
yeah. But again, this is testament to the chap who I got these bees off. I won't mention his name because he likes to be private, but he's a veteran beekeeper. I know him well, and you can see how good his bees are. The guy even rears his own queens. This is the one. Well, maybe some time on, because I haven't seen this queen on the last 3 inspections, but I've always seen eggs, so she's in here. But she likes to hide, this one. Already found a queen cup. Right, she's not on that one. But, as you can see, we have a cup. Open it up. Nice and dry, look, no egg in there, no gunk or nothing. So just destroy it. Try not to touch these cells if you can, but you know, I just want to make sure the queen does not recognise that as a queen cup to lay an egg in. Oh, they're sticking these together well now. Come on, where are you, you Madge? I'd really like to see you today. They definitely haven't swarmed because there wouldn't be this many bees, so she hasn't gone. But I am a bit concerned that they might have superseded her for some reason, which they got no reason, because both these hives have 2019 queens in them, despite their markings. But the chap got them off colourblind, so he just uses a record card. Thought saw her then. They like to cluster this one. Also notice I'm always holding the frame above the hive, so if she does drop off accidentally, she'll drop straight back in the box and hopefully not hurt herself. Right, well this is good. I'm not noticing any queen cups, and if I can catch the sunlight. On that side. She hasn't been on this frame for a while. It's all capped or freshly hatched, as I call it. What am I doing this one? Oh! Alright girls, chill out. This one she could be on, because as you can see, this is a newish looking frame. This is one that's been introduced. But like I say, this one likes to hide, so the chances are we probably won't see her. There's a lot of frantic activity which suggests to me that she's not on there. And they're not trying to cluster anything, but do we have eggs? Because this is a nice looking frame. Oh, oh. Come on, just one. You only need to see one. Not on that one. As you can see, these guys are a bit more aggro in it. So they take a bit more smoke in these ones. This one's got a white dot on her, by the way, Phil, if you do spot her.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at the screen, so I'm unlikely to.
She's in that cluster there. No. And excellent news, by the looks of it, we got no queen cells, so it's only 2 I've spotted. On my last inspection I spotted 5 in this hive, and this is that one's been laid a while ago because they're all at the hatch stage, pupate stage. Maybe she's working her way backwards by the looks of things. This is why I need more brood frames. Again, you can see this hive is just running out. I found a queen cut. So that's 2, but it is a very small one. Come on, your ladyship, where are you? Okay, again you can see she's using this frame alright, because, well, she has been, because there's lovely pattern on it again. But just now I did notice, there it is. Another one, is that dry again? Yep, lovely jubbly, nothing inside. So I don't mind that, because they found the super now, so they know they've got more room to store. So they'll move more food upstairs to make more room for the queen to lay, you see. Now they know they've got room upstairs. And we got an egg, I think. I'll double check it when I shake this off, but let's see if we can find her. I'd rather find her that, well, this looks promising. No, it's just over drone brood. I'm trying to keep out of sunlight. No. Good shake off, and let's see if we can see any eggs. And bingo, we got eggs, and we got various stages of grub all the way up to the edge of this frame. You can see the fat ones in the middle here. Well, all the way out. She's actually laid eggs around here. The eggs are all around here. You won't be able to see them because they're that small. They are like tiny. So she's definitely in here, which is good news. So normally I wouldn't bother them too much now. I'd just shake them off and check, but I would like to see the queen in this one and hopefully show you guys. So I'm going to carry on as though I haven't, well, for a queen inspection basically. See if we can find her. Because I think she's headed up this way by the way the laying pattern's going in the box so far. And this is very crowded, this end, which is usually a sign that she's around somewhere. Come on, where are you? And for any of those of you that are afraid of bees, I ain't been stung once whilst doing this. There you go. Look, she's definitely been down here recently. This is a beautifully laid frame. Look at that. Gorgeous patterns. Like I say, she likes to work from the middle out.
Is that
Well, what that is? It's a smoker pellet.
is that just drone at the bottom edge here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we got a bit of drone down the bottom, but same the other side. But no sign of any queen cups or cells. So, and she's laying on this one because yeah, there's fresh eggs in this one. She's down this end somewhere then.
They're putting food on that one in the corners as well.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. This is a brand new frame
Ah, is she interested?
this year, so this what could be the one she's interested in at the moment. You can see it's a lot lighter in colour already, but even with all the bees. Oh, they're not budging here very easily. No, false alarm. What about the other side? No, I didn't see her run into the box, so they're really clustering on this frame though, so like I say, these guys protect their queen by clustering her, which is why I can never bloody find her. But like I say, as long as I see fresh eggs, which she is using this frame currently, because you can see there's hatch brood, which is the empty cells, and there's cat brood ready to hatch, but these have got eggs in, so she has been within the last couple of days on this frame itself. Shame I can never bloody find her. Yeah, she likes that frame. So go further into the box again, one frame at a time. See, just swap position with one frame just to get it a bit more in the middle for her. Gives her less work to do.
I think I've got one inside my smock. Never mind. I think walking down the back, but inside. We'll see how it goes.
Do you want to have a quick look on your back?
Yeah.
I think you have, mate. It's more on your back. If you want to stop and do you want to go sort yourself out?
Yeah.